In Dreams from My Father, an autobiographical book by Barack Obama, he appears as a man of passion and faith, but not a born-again believer in Jesus Christ, according to Christy Johnson.
I really would like to ask you a question. That's another time you raise up your hand. How many times have you read this book? Anybody? I would like camera, please. I want the camera to go on you for a second. Anybody read this book? You as a Christian of Missouri, maybe some leaders from church, and you didn't have time to read the book. You know what? I will not point finger to you. I have never read it myself. But I got smarter than you. I called my friend Christy Johnson, and I said, Christy, do me a favor. She said, what? I said, I'm doing a seminar on revealing the truth about Obama. Read his book for me. And write me 7 or 8 pages. Just, 7 pages about all what the book says. And thanks, Christy Johnson. She take a day off from her work. She read the book all day, all night. She slept a few hours. She continued reading. And she gave me what you're going to be hearing in these red squares. This is his own word. What did Obama say?
In his book, Obama tells of his struggle for self-identity. He also reflects this to a larger unity for the whole world. In the closing pages, he reflects on the lives of his father, a polygamist, and his grandfather, a Muslim. As he sits between their graves, grieving, he thinks about how they could have taught each other lessons in life about a faith born out of hardship, a faith that wasn't new, that wasn't black or white or Christian or Muslim, but that pulsed in the heart of the African village and the first Kansas homestead, a faith in other people.
This is, by the way, Obama's faith. He's not a Muslim, he's not a Christian, he believes in other people. What do you call his daddy? A polygamist. And his grandpa, a Muslim. So when you ask Obama, was your dad a Muslim? He was never a Muslim. Why? He was a polygamist. What is polygamist? That's have multiple wives. What does the Quran teach about how many wives should you have? Up to 4 free Muslim women, unlimited number of concubine and slave, and you can also have marriage for fun. That's to sleep with women for fun for a limited price, for a limited days or hours. Polygamist does not make his daddy not a Muslim, that make him a true practice of Islam.
Barack explains on page 22 that there is little information available about his parents' marriage. In fact, he says, how and when the marriage occurred remains a bit murky, a bill of particulars that I've never quite had the courage to explore. On page 12, Barack describes his mother's situation this way. In the most sophisticated of northern cities, the hostile stares, the whispers, might have driven a woman in my mother's predicament into a back alley abortion.
The fact is, Baraka, or daddy, was married to another woman in Africa during the 3 years where Obama, daddy, was sleeping with his mama Ann. Therefore, there's no way he could be married to her. Or, I would love to see Senator Obama show me a marriage certificate. It's very simple. When you get married, you have a marriage certificate. And by the way, he said in his website that they were divorced 3 years later, 1963. I would love to see the divorce certificate. Well, guess what? Neither certificate exists. How his mama got pregnant? According to his own word, she got pregnant by his daddy while they are not married. And she was about to do what? To commit abortion. Think about it, Senator Obama. Thank God. You need to thank God for your mama who never went to this road to abort you. And give children a chance to live as you are alive. This is a picture, obviously, of Senator Obama and Daddy and Mama. And here's a picture, another picture, him and his daddy when he was roughly, I'm guessing, 10 years old or so. Let's look at the in my opinion, and some of my friends say it's not a big deal, but in my opinion, it's a really big deal. A birth certificate. The media does not talk about it. I don't know why. But I believe, I'm going to make a big deal about it. Hopefully, the media will pick me up for it. This birth certificate is not Obama's birth certificate. It's somebody else who was born in Hawaii. You see, the certificate have some information which exists in every certificate. You see here a number in the top here, a number for certificate. You see a seals here. There is a signature. It's obviously this from 1930. It's a little bit old. You see a race statement here. And I'm going to compare this birth certificate of Hawaii to Obama's birth certificate, which he gave it to American people in his website. Now, notice, here is Obama's birth certificate. A few changes, only 6 changes, not much. And only Obama has this sex problem in his birth certificate. And I would love to have an answer for every one of these 6 points. Number one, you see in the top that no certificate number. Why he highlight his certificate number? Is he afraid somebody is going to steal it? What you do not know is that if there is a no certificate number, you cannot track it. Perhaps Obama does not have a certificate number. Perhaps he was never even born in America. Maybe he was born in Kenya. There's a rumor out there, and I'm not going to get into it. Now, a second problem we have is no seal. Why in the world do you have no seal in his birth certificate? They forgot? Okay. A third problem, the race, when they ask about race, they said African for his daddy. Well, do you know race is supposed to be a color? White, black, red, blue. If you come to Africa, I will take you to Africa and I will show you white folks whiter than you, black folks whiter than, darker than any black in America, and red folks are different. Why in the world, when it came to the race of his daddy, they brought Africa? I did not know Africa is a color. No signature. Oh, they gave him a birth certificate and they forgot to sign it. Notice now, here is the real one, here is the fake one. The fake one said, filled by, so date filled by, register. And here in the real one, accepted by. Why Obama said filled by, not accepted? Last one, do you see this real birth certificate? It have a bend here, it have a bend here, as they fold it to send it to you by mail, and that's the way they do it. Guess what? Senator Obama birth certificate does not have any fold. Shiny, nice, clean. You maybe say, your brother Simon, you make a big deal about it. Yes, I make a big deal about it. Because I believe one of the two things, Obama was not born in America. He's born in Kenya. And if he is born in Kenya, and he is not born in Hawaii, we have a bigger problem. The law says, at the time of his birth, that if a mother or a father married to a non-American citizen, they have a child. This child cannot run for the office of the United States of America unless the daddy or the mommy were inside America 5 years, the last 10 years, the last 5 years, over 16 years old. Which means if Obama was born in Kenya or somewhere else, which I believe is, and this is my opinion, I don't have any proof of it until he bring me a true certificate, his mama birthed him when she was 18, 5 plus 16 is 21. She must be 21 years old for her son to run for the office of the President of the United States of America. And she is short with 3 years because she birthed him when she was 18. Somebody needs to answer this simple question about his birth certificate. And just one issue. Why is the media is covering this up? Why nobody talk about it? I don't know.
Barack's mother then marries another man, this one from Indonesia. Her husband, Lolo, takes them both to Indonesia. Barack speaks admirably of his stepfather, Lolo. Barack doesn't say Lolo is Muslim, but you can notice the tone of the guidance Lolo gives him on pages 40 and 41.
So I will advise you to read the book. I guarantee you all American who got the book, they put the book on the shelf. That's what they did with it. Because I've been asking people, how many read the book? I have not seen anybody read the book. But in his book, he did not tell you anything about Lolo, the Indonesian man, to be a Muslim who married his mama. But what he said, that his mama was a single mama. And all the single ladies in America are going to vote for him. The mother was no husband because they feel attached to him. His mama was not a single. She married another man, Lolo, who is a Muslim Indonesian. And when you read his writings, in these pages and others, you find out he was a Muslim. He was not any but a Muslim. Obama is hiding these facts. This is a picture, obviously, of Lolo, the Muslim daddy, and Obama, and his sister, Maya. What do you know about Maya? Anybody know anything about Maya? Let me see your hand. That's his own sister from his mama. Do you know most American people do not know that his mama is dead? Literally, American people do not know anything about Senator Obama. You have zero knowledge of the man. Those who vote for him and those who does not vote for him.
As a young man, Barack works through his crisis of identity, reporting frequent use of tobacco, alcohol, and the occasional use of marijuana and cocaine. Conversations in the book are complete with profanity, such as the F word and the N word. He makes no apology. he does not clarify that this language is not acceptable to his faith.
If Obama is a Christian, man, as he claimed, he did not say he's a Christian. He said he's a committed Christian. It's amazing. One of the reasons the smart one who knows about his interview at Rick Warren Church is that he did not do a good job because he was among evangelical. You know, this church is evangelical, and he felt like a stranger. Wait a minute. Didn't you just tell me that he's a committed Christian? He should feel home being among all the Christians. No, he didn't do a good job because he's among the Christian evangelical. But he's only a committed Christian. He wrote in his book so much trash word, N and F. He talked about his drugs and alcohol, but he did not say, you know what, that was sin. That was bad thing I did. He did not show any sorrow for his own writings. Will a Christian man write such a word without an apology? Why even you put it in the book first place?